Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's session where I will be sharing with you what the HR or human resource people would tell you about earning more money. You're going to find out how can you really get to that point where you're earning a good salary and even more money than you could ever imagine. Let me know in the chat that you're ready and we'll be able to get started right away. So this is our topic and I want to say we will dive straight into it. What we are going to cover today: number one, how do you stay competitive in the job market and at the same time earn more money? And the second thing we will look at is how can you be able to negotiate for a good salary like a pro. That is what we have for today's session. So I want to do a quick check-in to confirm that you can see me, you can hear me, everything is okay. So let me know in the chat that you can see me, you can see my presentation. And if you confirm, if I get 2 or 3 people just saying, yes, we are ready, if you comment that, I'll be able to start off right away. Otherwise, I'm really excited to be able to take you through today's conversation. Let me know in the chat. You can see me, you can hear me, and you can see the presentation, and we are good to go. Even if you have some extra minutes or seconds, just drop in. Let me know where are you joining us from. Thank you very much. Job Mokai, you're saying you are ready. I really appreciate that. Someone else saying, yes, I'm ready. I appreciate that. I guess then we are good to go. Let them come in. And I want to go straight into it and tell you this. At the end, we'll also have a Q&A session. So prepare all your questions, type them in advance, put them in the comments. I'll be able to pick them up and be able to answer each and every question that you have. And I want to start with this saying from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said that the mind, once stretched to a new idea, never returns to its original dimension. And the whole aspect here is when your mind gets stretched, especially in this topic of money, in this topic of earning more money, in this topic of how do you negotiate your salaries, I can assure you by the end of this session, even if you're watching the replay, the next 30 minutes or so, your mind will never go back to its original dimensions. And I want you to be open-minded. And I want you to ask yourself, how can I apply this? Because for sure, we are going to really stretch your mind. And you will see, you will have different ideas, and you will see how this is applicable. Thank you very much, Stephen Otieno. I can see you're saying yes, you can see me, you can hear me. Isaiah Irongo, you're there saying you're ready. I really appreciate. Let the comments keep coming in. Rose Dowdy saying yes, you're ready. If you're watching us on LinkedIn, probably I might not be able to see your comments right here. So the easier thing for you to do, just jump onto YouTube, just search Daniel Rutuku, and you will see this session, which is live. Then we can be able to proceed. Is that okay? Now, for those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Daniel Motuku. I'm the founder of Career Point Solutions. And over the last 13 years, I have been blessed to work in recruitment as a career coach and a career advisor. And some of the insights that I've been able to gather over these years is what I'm going to share with you. And it will just stretch your mind in a different way. And you can be sure it will not go back to its original dimension. On top of that, I am a certified digital marketer by Google. I am also a very proud member of the League of Young Professionals, also known as LYP. Yeah. Next, I'm also an author of several books. And all these books are out there for free. If you want, let me know. I'll share with you how you can get this. Conquer the year ahead. Make the next 12 months your best year ever. It does not mean you need to read this book or apply it in January. Even right now, with 4 months to go, you can still say, I want to make this the best year ever. When you're looking for a job, you will need to apply for a job and you need a cover letter. I have prepared the ultimate cover letter guide, 101 sample cover letters for all professionals that you can also take advantage of. Other 2 books that I released recently, there is How to Quit Your Banking Job and Transition to NGOs and the UN. Yeah, I know many people would want to transition to this kind of humanitarian jobs. You can grab that book 100% for free. And if you want to change your career, yeah, from stuck to soaring, pursuing new career horizon, this book is a strategic approach to career transition. You can still get this book for free. If you need it, let me know in the comments. I'll be sharing with you a link on how you can get these free resources out here. Our mission at Career Point Solutions is to make people employable and to increase their earning potential. And that is why we are offering and giving out all these books here for free. That is why we are having a session like this for free, to make sure that you are knowledgeable, you get the right skills and the knowledge. And I can tell you without a doubt, for the next 30 minutes or so, when we are going through this presentation, you will be more employable. You will have increased your earning potential by the end of this session. So hang on in there and be open-minded, as I've said. And this lesson training today is very practical because we are really talking about the money bit, how you can be able to earn more. So my question is, are you ready? Before I go to the next thing, are you ready? If you're ready, let me know in the chat and say, yes, I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I want to, when we start, high pace, but let me just check on you. If you're on LinkedIn, please feel free to jump over to YouTube. It's easier. Just type Daniel Mutuku, find the session which is live, and follow me right there. If you're ready, let me know you're ready before I get now into the real session where they are coming in. Kennedy, thank you very much. I can see you're saying you're ready. Steven Otieno, also you're saying you're ready. Who else is ready here? I can see, yes, we have several people on LinkedIn. John Omondi, but I can't be able to pull the comment, but still feel free to jump on LinkedIn, YouTube. Eric Malove, you're saying you're ready. I think good enough. Let's get into the serious training, yeah? Maybe I might not be able to pronounce it correctly, but thank you to show that you're ready. And I want us to start with the very basic by asking ourselves, how do we stay competitive in this job market? Because it's a very competitive job market. And right now, we have less jobs. One, because the economy is not doing that well. So any organization will find ways of cutting cost. Number two, AI is here and it's actually doing most of the stuff or work. And so it's reducing the people, the tasks. And so people end up being unemployed. But how do you stay competitive? To be able to answer this question, I will tell you this. Don't chase the money. Don't go after the money. Focus on personal development. Focus on yourself. How would you make yourself more valuable? And when you focus there, I can tell you without a doubt, money will follow. But if your initial focus is going after the money, ask yourself, I want a good paid job. I want more money. I want to be paid well. Excuse me. When you go for the interviews, what is your salary expectation? You're hitting the roof up there. Oh, let me take some water. Yeah, if you're just thinking about much more and more money, you will not make it. Stop focusing or running after the money. Focus on personal development. And let me expound this a little bit further. What is this personal development? The best definition I've been able to come up with is that personal development is the intentional and deliberate investment in yourself, trying to acquire a new skill or improve on an existing skill to be able to be successful in your career. So the two things here is, number one, being very deliberate and very intentional, saying, I want to do this. Number two, there's the investment that you need to put in, which will come investment in terms of money, investment in terms of time, and investment in terms of effort. You can't just say, I want to do personal development, I've paid for a program, I will just listen through, and you don't put in the effort. All those three things, you're investing in it. And then you're focusing on a specific skill. And as we'll see, skills are the things that will make us successful in our career. Skills are the things that will take us to the next level in our career. Now, let's try to break it down in a step by step and show you why you shouldn't go really after the money. Number one question we need to ask ourselves is, why do we get paid? Yes, I am hired, I'm working in this organization. Why should they really pay me at the end of the month? The very reason why you get paid, irrespective if you're a web developer, a marketing consulting, you are in support, you're in media, you basically get paid as a compensation for the services that you are giving. So the employer is compensating you in exchange for the services that you're offering. Why are you not offering those services in marketing, in sales, in support, in software development, in media, in whatever thing it is? If you are not offering that service, then there's no need for them to pay you. And remember, one of the characteristics of money is that it's an exchange of value. Yeah, it's representing that this bottle of water here, how much value do I assign to it, and how much am I willing to pay? So have that in mind. Then the question is, how then do we measure how we get paid? The thing is, the more value you bring into a company, the more you're supposed to be paid. Because we are saying that money is a representative of value. And so your organization is just not paying you because you're there. It is the service that you're offering and how much they value that service. And then they say, we will exchange this amount of money. Then the next question I would want to ask would be, then how do we make ourselves more valuable? How do you make yourself more valuable? And the answer is, we become valuable by adding on to skills. Focusing back to the definition I gave you of personal development, being intentional and deliberate in terms of investing time, money, and energy in acquiring a new skill or improving on an existing skill. There are two types of skills that you can decide to focus on. Number one, there's what we call the technical skills. And the technical skills will be dependent on the career that you're in. As an accountant, there are certain technical skills you need to have, balancing books and, I don't know, what do you call them? Profit and loss statement and stuff. If you're a teacher, there are certain technical skills you need to know about teaching, classroom management, assessment, and all that. If you're an engineer, totally different set of technical skills. If you are a lawyer and all that. So hope you get the point. Depending with your career, you can decide and say, this is the technical skill I want to focus on. And then we also have what we call soft skills. And soft skills, these are skills that cut across all the different, careers. Things like communication skills, presentation skills, management skills. You can still have these good communication skills if you're an accountant, a lawyer, a teacher. And these sometimes are the most important skills. I am not saying technical are not important, but you will find that when it comes to hiring, the soft skills do much better. It is said that jobs are advertised on technical skills. That is why when you read through the job description, they'll say we want someone with a degree, a diploma in this and this. They can be able to do this and this. But when it comes to the hiring, when they are doing the interviews, they're looking at soft skills. They're looking at how well can you be able to communicate? Are you a leader? Are you able to manage time? Are you able to facilitate even sessions or present? Soft skills. You are hired on soft skills. So what are the benefits of focusing on yourself, acquiring some skills, both technical skills or soft skills? Number one, you increase your competency. Something that you used to do within a very short period, a long period of time, you become good at it. You can do it much better. Number two, it increases your confidence. And as we will see later on in this conversation, confidence plays a very big part in terms of how you get hired and also how you are paid when it comes to salary negotiations. Confidence is very key. And the other thing is that you will find that competence and confidence actually they go hand in hand. The more confident you are about your capability, the more competent you become. The more competent you become, the more confidence you have in yourself. So they go hand in hand. And the other thing is that you will be able to become more efficient and effective. And which employer does not want someone who is more effective, who is more efficient, who is able to save more money for them, who is able to bring in the same results with less effort, with less time taken, with less resources? And if you can be able to prove that kind of efficiency and effectiveness, then negotiating for a higher salary is not a problem. Do you see the connection? Hopefully, you do see the connection. And once you build all this onto yourself, your confidence, the competency, you become more efficient and effective, this will definitely open doors for you. You will get to a point where, I don't know if you had people being poached, being headhunted, because you are a valuable asset, and every organization is thinking about, how do I have you in my organization? Focusing on yourself, on personal development, will open doors for your career progressions that you never thought about. That sometimes you might think they're far-fetched, but if you do the work, you will be surprised and be impressed with how much you can be able to gain and gather. Are we together? So those are the benefits of personal development and focusing on building up on your skills. So where do you learn? Am I saying you need to go back to school to register? And I can, at the moment, with all that is going on, especially in our country, with the higher education being almost impossible to afford currently, there are so many other ways of learning. I would suggest buy books. I do read a lot of books, as you can see. Books can give you certain skills that you'll never get in the university or in a classroom setup. Read books. There are good books both for soft skills and hard skills. Listen to podcasts. These are free resources. For me, I listen to podcasts to and from work. I use my commute time as, I call it the transit university, because I'm able to learn a lot. And you just need to focus on what are the podcasts that are aligned to my personal development goals, because you need to be able to identify what is the specific skill or target for yourself in your professional life, and then listen to such podcasts. I know there are some which are just fictional or stories or gossip. Probably those might not add too much value to you. YouTube is another great resource. YouTube University. I have learned so much on YouTube than I guess what I have learned in the university and in college that I am applying in my normal day-to-day in life. Free resource. And that's why if you're following even me here on YouTube, you can see the value that you're getting just being here on this platform. They're online courses. Now, as I have shared this, you will find that you will need to invest even some time, some money to buy a book. Things like YouTube and podcast are free, but probably you can say you will need also some money to listen, to buy bundles to listen to this. But now we go to online courses. This will call for a little bit, probably more investment than buying a book. And you see that the more investment that you put in yourself, the more you're able to get out of it. And we have even some online courses we offer. I'll share or talk about them later on. And then look for certifications. Certifications are the courses that will give you specific skills in a specific area. And we'll talk more like project management, project monitoring, evaluation. These are certifications that can really catapult your career in the right direction. Hopefully, you can see that you don't need to go back to school. You can still do it offline, you can do it online, but you can still be able to learn. I came across this ratio. It's called the E to E ratio, and it changed how I look at life, even at the moment, because I learned that the E to E ratio, that is education versus entertainment ratio. And it said that if you compare the rich and the general majority of the population, the top 5% of rich people spend 95% of their time in education, and only 5% in entertainment. While the bigger chunk of the population, 95%, they spend 95% of their time in entertainment and only 5% in education. And you can see the difference. And I'm not saying entertainment is bad. Yeah, you can still have your own entertainment, but schedule it, but don't spend your whole traffic or commute session on social media, on Facebook, just looking at what people are doing and others, and fake photos on Instagram and funny videos on TikTok. And can you be deliberate in terms of, can I learn something during my commute? Can I listen to something instructional? Can I follow through a YouTube video that is going to give me a specific skill? So try, even do your own self-assessment and ask yourself, how much time are you dedicating for education versus the time that you dedicate for entertainment? In your own personal life, do some assessment and see, are you falling under spending a bigger chunk of it in entertainment or education? And if you focus on education, you can be sure more will be coming your way. The other thing I also want to mention, it is that it is important for you to be very deliberate and purposeful with your time. You might say, currently, I'm a very busy person. I'll tell you this. Anybody, even the unemployed right now, I doubt if there's someone who would say, I'm not busy. I don't have things to do. Even if in your own eyes, whatever they're doing looks like useless, but everybody consider themselves busy and whatever they're doing is important. But then where do we get this time to start diving into education, to dive into online courses and podcasts and YouTube videos that are instructional? Let me give you some ideas here. Number one, I want you to create a morning or evening routine. And I can give you a very simple premise. If you normally wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, I have to suggest to you, why not say, I will be waking up 10 minutes early. That is just 5:50 a.m. And then use that 10 minutes to do something constructive with your time. Maybe read a good book. Maybe watch an instructional video. Do you know, if you're consistent for a whole year, that is 365 days, and you're only taking 10 minutes, waking up a little bit, just 10 minutes early, that will give you around 3,650 minutes. Divide that by 60, that will give you almost 60 hours on top by just taking 10 minutes. Or maybe say, before I sleep, I'll just take a bit, 10 minutes before I sleep, to focus on myself. Commute time. Again, this is another killer. I don't know, how long do you think it takes on average to commute in a city like Nairobi? Question, if you know, just let me know in the chat. Question is, on average, how much time do you think it takes for someone to commute in a city like Nairobi? I'm looking for your comment. From research, it is said that on average in Nairobi, people spend about 2 hours daily in commute. And that is on average, maybe 1 hour in the morning as they come to work and another hour in the evening. But it depends with where you live, where you work, which route do you use? Are you driving? Are you using public means and stuff? But you can see, let's work with 2 hours per day. 2 hours per day, Monday through to Friday, for only 5 days, that is 10 hours. 5 times 2, giving you 10 hours. If you multiply that by around 50 weeks, I'm giving you 2 weeks off. 50 weeks times 50 hours, that is about, if I am doing my maths right, about 2,500 hours that you can add to your arsenal, to your, as in to say, this is what I'm going to deliberately use these hours for my own personal development. 2,500 hours in a year. And you're asking, where will I get the time? Just be purposeful with your time. And another thing, one of the things that is leading for us having a lot of traffic is that everybody is leaving work at the same time or coming to work at the same time. Why not consider coming a little bit earlier, like 30 minutes before the normal time, and say this 30 minutes for my own personal development? Or in the evening, instead of leaving 5 with everyone else, you can say, can I take just 30 minutes focus on myself, and I'll be leaving at 5:30. Even that time, there is less traffic, like unlike if you just leave immediately at 5. Those are just some ideas, and you can see how is it applicable to you, and you being purposeful and creating time for your own personal development. And you'll be amazed how much time you can create out of the 24 hours that we all have been given. So try and be deliberate. Going back to the definition of personal development: deliberate, intentional investment of time, money, and effort in acquiring a new skill or improving on an existing skill. And if that is your focus, you will be surprised how much growth you will have. Are we together? If you're good, let me know we are good, right? I guess so far. Oh, this is, let me just bring it closer. This is a study that we did, and we were trying to survey and see what people felt that would be the most important skill if they learn that will help them progress in their career. And out of this survey, we found out that most people felt if they are able to improve on their communication skills, that will be the number one soft skill they will get. You can see there's goal setting, creating personal development plan, time management, creative thinking, and also public speaking, which is a form of communication. Look at this and ask yourself, could this be a place where I would also want to start personally if I want to be focused on my personal development? Probably yes. Communication skills or any of this. So it's a challenge to you. Do not think that you have it all. Focus on yourself. Improve. Maybe this is a new skill that you'd want to get, or you already have some good communication skills, but think about how then can I improve on that. A very wise man, Jim Rohn, one of my mentors, said, the more valuable you become in your company, the more influence you have, the better communicator you are, you manage your time better, and you recognize people for their contribution. You also become more valuable as a spouse, parent, and a friend. And the beauty about this is that it is not only restricted to you as an individual. Once you focus on yourself, that value actually pours and overflows to people around you, to your family, to your friends, to your spouse, to your parents. As it, you even when you focus on growing in a specific company, when it gets time for you, probably for you to leave, they will not say leave all that knowledge, all that value you got. You will go with it. So focus on yourself. That is the greatest investment you can ever have. Are we good? Before I go to the next thing, how to negotiate. So far, are we good? Are you getting something? If you're getting something, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat, and we'll be able to proceed. So I'm just taking 1 minute to see if you're good. Are we good? If you're good, drop that in the comment. Yeah, I'll check it out right away. And as we're there, give me a minute. I'll be back. Oh, good. I can see already we have someone saying we are good. Thank you. So, Pam, are you getting value out of this session? Let me know. I'll take a minute just to read through your comments and know that we are good to go. Oh, I think I was muted. Sorry. Yeah, I can see people saying they're getting a lot of value from this. Thank you very much, Rose. I can see Sweet say So, Victor, you're saying that we are good. I'm happy. I'm happy that you're getting value, and you can. I think we are ready. In the next 15 minutes we should be wrapping it up. So let me go to the next thing. Oh, I need to pause this music here. Good. So I want to go to the next thing. How do you negotiate for a good salary like a pro? Yeah. A study was done by JobVite, and they found out that 84% of salary negotiations always result to a higher pay. And I said, this is good news. Do you know what this means? Let me just try to interpret it. That if you go and try to negotiate your salary, chances of you getting a higher pay is 84%. Great news, right? Chances are high that you will get the job. But then the next piece of statistic is quite depressing. They also found out only 14% of employees negotiate salary at their current job. And I would also want to know from you, have you ever tried to negotiate salary in your current job? Let me know in the comments. You can just say either yes or no. You will find out that most people think about negotiating salary only when they are going to another organization or a different organization, or they have been called for an interview. They think that is the only opportunity when they need to negotiate their salary. And that is not right. Even in your current salary, you should try to negotiate, because chances of you getting a higher salary is very up. And anyone who is confident enough to try usually succeeds. Remember, we talked about confidence. If you're confident enough to try and negotiate your salary, chances are you will succeed. 84%. Moving on, instead of just relying on confidence, I want to give you some very practical tips here for you to go at it. Number one, know the salary you want before starting negotiating. Many a times we are in the interview panel. We ask someone, how much do you need? And they say, I want more salary. How much is more salary? If you're earning 50,000, if you're earning 100,000, and we give you 100,000 and a shilling on top, isn't that more? Say, you know what I mean? No, we don't know what you mean. You need to be very clear on how much you want, and not just random figures saying, I want 100,000, 200,000. It should be a figure that is reflecting your worth, your value. So the question is, do you know your value? Do you know how much you're worth in the marketplace? Because once you know that, that leads to the second tip, which is your work is to make the company realize your value. Don't assume they know. They need to know what is your value. What is your worthwhile? What is your meaningful contribution? What is it that they will stand to lose if you're no longer there? Remember, we talked about value being the thing that you're paid for. The reason why you're paid is in exchange of the value that you're presenting. And are they aware of the value? Make sure that they know what your value is. And at the same time, use, as tip number 3, use comparable to justify your higher salary. Do you know how much people in your area, in your field, in your industry, with experience just like you, do you know how much they get paid? Because once you know on average what they're paid, then you can be able to go and negotiate your salary. Now, I want you to take a look at this email here I got from one Julius saying, greetings this evening. I am writing to appreciate your work. It is barely 2 months after I used your reviewed CV. I am glad that I have landed 2 jobs. One, I have taken the one I prefer. I am working towards completing my course monetary evaluation, career point solutions. You're the best. So this is a gentleman who applied for jobs within 2 months, got 2 jobs, had to pick one and let go the other. Here's another one from Lawrence who says, I am happy to inform you that after you guys reviewed my resume, I have received 3 different calls for interviews within a span of 24 hours. Within a span of 1 week, I have been able to, sorry, I think somebody was calling to confirm. I'm here live. Within a span of 1 week, I have attended all the interviews, and fortunate enough, I have secured all the 3 jobs. This was after a pregnant search for a job for 1 whole year. I only had the difficult task choosing which one to go for, but eventually I opted for one and politely and professionally declined the other 2. Thanks a great deal, and please convey my gratitude to the entire team. Yours sincerely, Lawrence. So I want to ask you a question. If it were you with 2 or more job offers, what would you use to decide what to go for? Most people make the decision based on the salary that they're going to be given. And as you can see from this study that was done, the most important consideration in accepting new jobs include compensation, which is 49%, professional development 33%, and better work-life balance 29%. And I am telling you, there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong going for the one that pays you well. The thing is, are you able to back it up and have that conversation with them? The other thing I'll say in terms of when you're negotiating is get the most valuable skills. Especially if you're thinking about getting a job with the NGOs, the UN, international organization. I talk about that over and over. Get the right skills, get the most valuable skills. And what are the valuable skills that you need when you go to this international organization? Project management, project monitoring evaluation, strategic management and leadership, fundraising and resource mobilization. These are certifications that if you want to go further, you can take. And we offer them here at Career Point Solutions. Which one would you want to start? And say, this is the skill I want to focus on as my focus in terms of making myself more valuable in the marketplace. And one of the course will go for about 4,999. You can decide to start off today, where we will give you some bonus services when it comes to CV writing, cover letter, LinkedIn, profile guide. You can just make the first payment, pay in 3 installments of 9,999. If you need this information, take that screenshot and we can be able to proceed. Or if you're international, you can pay. The cost will be $249 US, and you can pay on PayPal and a card. This is an email I got from one of the clients saying, Joe, this is Joanne ready. Hi, Daniel. Hope you are good. I did an online course with you. I'm yet to collect the certificate. Shortly thereafter, I got a job as a project coordinator. Do you offer courses in proposal writing? She did not even wait to get the certificate, but she got the job, and it's possible for you. You might be there and asking, where do I start? I'm here to serve you. The first thing I would say, you can decide to start off with our basic packages where we write for you a professional CV, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and also we guide you on how to answer questions in an interview. These are the packages that you have. You can share your CV and send it for us to us for a free review, and we will tell you how much it will cost. But the cost will range between 1,000 to about 6,000. But I have a special offer for you. If you want to take that first step today, get the professional CV, get the cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, interview coaching. If you're here with me live, you can go ahead and make a payment of only 2,999 through the till number, buy goods and services, till number 715732. And you'll get access to these services because it is the CV that you start to that conversation to communicate your value to the employer. And then they see what you can be able to do, and then you get that job. Are we together? If you have any question, feel free to drop that in the chat. I'll be coming to the chat and answering the question. And before even I leave, I have an even better offer. I've talked about the skills that you need, the valuable skills when it comes to getting jobs with the NGOs, humanitarian jobs. If you get one of the certifications that we are offering, we are having sign up for one course and get another course absolutely free. So if you would want to sign up for any of the courses, you can make the first deposit right now of 9,999, and you'll get 2 of the certifications. I'll share with you shortly which ones they are. You'll also get CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and also interview coaching. If you make the payment, if you are here live, I'll be able to sign you up and you'll get the 2 courses. If you're able to make payment probably tomorrow or within the weekend, because that is when we have the offer running. Take that right away. Yeah, or pay if you're international 99.99 US dollars. So here are the courses. You can sign up for project management, then get project monitoring and evaluation for free. Or you can also get strategic management and leadership for free or fun. Sign up for one, get the other one free. Yeah, that is how much we love you and want to give you the value. Dowdy Rose, you're saying we are together, Mr. Daniel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. There's Anthony Moira saying following closely. Thank you very much. I really let me know where if you are together, we are together. Let me know in the comments. It's also a good way just to confirm that you are listening and you are active. You will get a certificate that looks like that. If you take like the project monitoring and evaluation, it will say this is to certify that your name. Let me pick one name you have seen. Yeah, this is to certify Anthony Moura or Rose David or Juan Commander or Rael. I saw Nyaundi Rael has been formally evaluated and assessed for demonstrated knowledge and skills to monitor and evaluate projects using result-based management and has been awarded a certificate in project monitoring evaluation. Would you want to have your name like that? Yeah. Stephen, would you want not to have your name right there? So yes, that is an opportunity I am giving you. You can be able to take it up. So for the last time, the offer is sign up for one course, get another course absolutely free. Make just the first deposit of 9,999. Get 2 of the certification. We'll write for you a professional CV, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and also you get interview coaching. By the way, if you make payment, if you're here live, just let me know you have made the payment and I'll have a special, of course, an additional bonus for you. I like when people decide to take action right here. If you're on LinkedIn, just jump on YouTube. I can't be able probably to see your comments right now. Oh, Johnny Mutai, you're there saying you're ready. Good to know. Good to know. Any questions? I'll be open to answer questions. So you can also join us on WhatsApp, or we have a WhatsApp group where we keep people updated on these events, on jobs opportunities. You can be able to ask questions in terms of what do I do, an interview, you get answers. We have a whole community to support you through. So if you want to join us on WhatsApp, if you're not on WhatsApp, this is my WhatsApp number. Just say hi or say you want to join the group. Where is my number? Oh, here it is. And just get in touch with me directly. Ask to join the group. Say you are here. I'll send you the link and you can be able to join our WhatsApp community. Very supportive community, I must say. And I think that is it. Good timing. Yes. Any question? If you have any question, feel free to drop it in the chat. And as I wait for your question, I want to know, what did you say is the one thing that you have taken away from this session? Also type that out. I want to believe that the last, can I say 45 minutes that we have gone through this training was not a waste of time, right? So if you don't have a question, let me know in the comments, what is your greatest takeaway? What is the one thing that you have learned and you're like, whoa, I think that is my takeaway. That is what I need to exercise, right? If you want to join any of the courses, let me go back. Yes, there it is. Sign up. That is the till number, 715732, and get the value. Get the courses. Start making yourself more valuable. Remember, we have defined and we have said, for you to get the money, stop chasing the money and focus on yourself. Be deliberate, be intentional in terms of asking yourself, what is the skill that I need? Remember, we talked about soft skills, hard skills. It doesn't need to be any of these courses that we are offering currently, but it is up to you to ask yourself, in my career, for me to be successful, for me to really be valuable, what is the number one skill that I need? Is it a technical skill? Is it a soft skill? Then create a plan as to how you can be able to approach that. That's okay. I think that is it. That has been my time. I really appreciate. I don't seem to be seeing any question coming in here. if there are no questions, then I'll say it has been a good time with you. And I would once just say, feel free to get in touch with me if you would want through my email. My email is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke. Feel free to get in touch with me. You can also, if you want to join the WhatsApp community, again, that is the number. If you want to get the cover letter guide absolutely free, go to careerpoint.co.ke/cover letter. Yeah, and if you want any of the books, also let me know. I can drop them to you by email. This is good. The comments are now coming in. Sawan Sa Swa Sawan Sa Swan. Probably I will butcher the name, but I'll say thank you very much. I really appreciate for you being there. John Mutai, satisfied and looking forward to more engagement. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That has been great. I can see somebody saying their takeaway. My takeaway is time management. The short courses is what I am missing to make my career complete. Yeah, get in touch. You can also directly just drop me the WhatsApp saying, I'll give you a call tomorrow. Don't call me now, just drop a text on WhatsApp. I can call you tomorrow and we can discuss further. Oh, this has been great. And until my next session, next Thursday, or look out your email and check out what events that we have. I'm out.